Let me ask you something you're not supposed to admit out loud. Were you relieved when your kids left? Not. I miss them, but I'm adjusting. I mean, were you relieved? Because I was. And for the first year, I felt like a terrible mother for feeling that way. I wanted to talk about relief no one mentions when they talk about empty nest. Because it's real. Pretending it's not doesn't help anyone. Here's what happens in most empty nest conversations. Oh, I miss them so much. The house feels quiet. I don't know what to do with myself. All of that is true, but it's not the whole truth. The whole truth includes relief, and we're not allowed to say that part out loud. Today, I'm saying it. And if you've been feeling it, you're not alone. Here's what I was relieved about when my last child left. I was relieved I didn't have to perform anymore. For over 18 years, I performed the good mother. I showed up to every school event. I made the meals. I managed the schedules. I mediated the conflict. I was the emotional thermostat for the entire house. And I was tired. Not just physically, soul tired. When my last child left, the first thing I felt after the grief, after the missing them, was relief. I could start performing. I didn't have to show up perfect anymore. I didn't have to have it together all the time. I didn't have to be on. I could be messy. I could be tired. I could just be. And the relief was overwhelming that I felt guilty about it. Because good mothers aren't supposed to be relieved when their kids leave, right? Wrong. Let me tell you what the first month was like. I'd wake up in the morning and there was no one to make breakfast for. No schedule to coordinate, no one asking where their shoes were. Just silence. And my first thought every morning was, I should feel sad about this. But I didn't. I felt lighter. I just sit with my coffee for about an hour. No interruptions. No mom, can you? No mom, where's my? Just me and my coffee. And I felt guilty for enjoying it. Like enjoying the quiet meant I didn't love them enough. But here's what I eventually figured out. Both things were true. I missed them and I enjoyed the quiet. I loved being their mother and I was relieved the intensive parenting was over. Those aren't contradictions. They're both real. The guilt comes from the idea that if you're relieved, it meant you didn't love being a mother. That's not true. You can love your kids deeply and be relieved the intensive parenting phase is over. Both things can be true. Here's the analogy I use. You know, when you finish a marathon, you're proud you did it. You might even want to do another one someday. But in that moment, as you cross the finish line, you're relieved it's over. That doesn't mean you regret running. It means you gave it everything you had, and now you need to rest. That's motherhood. You gave it everything for 18 to 20 years. You're proud of what you've built. You love your kids fiercely. And you're allowed to feel relieved the performance is over. But we don't say that part. We don't admit it because admitting relief feels like we're admitting failure. I had a conversation with a woman last month who told me she was relieved when her son went to college. And then she immediately said, oh, I know that sounds terrible. It doesn't sound terrible. It sounds honest. She spent 18 years being needed every single day. And when that date ended, she felt relieved. That's not terrible. That's human. Here's what I wish someone had told me in that first year. Relief doesn't mean you don't love being a mother. It means you love being a mother so much you gave it everything. And now you need to rest. If you're feeling this relief and the guilt that comes with it, I want you to know you're not alone. I just launched a resource called 30 Days of Permission, a digital deck with permission statements like you're allowed to miss your kids and enjoy your freedom at the same time. You're allowed to feel relief that a chapter ended even if you loved parts of it. Link in the description. Keep watching. I have more to say about this. So, what do you do with this relief? First, stop apologizing for it. Stop saying, I miss them, but stop qualifying it. You're relieved. Full stop. That's okay. You don't need to balance it with guilt. You don't need to prove you're still a good mother by feeling sad all the time. Second, use it. Relief is a signal that you have capacity now. For 20 years, you were running on fumes. You had nothing left for yourself. Now you do. What do you want to do with this space? Not what you should do. What do you want to do? Because here's what I see happening all the time. Women get to empty nest, feel the relief, and then immediately fill the space with other obligations. They become the primary caretaker for aging parents. They take on more responsibilities at work. They say yes to every volunteer opportunity. They fill their calendar so full, there's no space left. And within a year, they're just as exhausted as they were before. Don't do that. Sit in the relief for a minute. Feel what it's like to have capacity. Feel what it's like to wake up and not have 47 things on your list. Feel what it's like to have an empty Saturday and not immediately look for something to fill it with. Just sit in it. And then when you're ready, not when you're feeling guilty about space, choose what you want to do with it, not what you should do, what you want. I'll give you an example from my own life. When my last child first left, I had all this time. And the first thing I thought was, I should volunteer more. I should take on more at work. I should help my friend with her project. All the shoulds. Then I asked myself, what do I actually want to do? And the answer was nothing. I wanted to do nothing for a while. So I did. I rested. I read. I sat with my coffee. I went for walks. And it felt wrong for about 3 months. And eventually, it started to feel right. And then, once I'd actually rested, I could figure out what I wanted to do next. Not what I should do, what I wanted. And then I decided I wanted to relocate, be within equal distance to both my parents and my daughter. That's the process. Rest first, then choose. I relocated to Houston. I am well aware that my decision was extreme, but it was what I needed at that time. My choice. One last thing before I wrap this up. Relief doesn't cancel out grief. You can be relieved and still miss them. You can enjoy your freedom and wish they'd call more. You can love your quiet house and feel lonely in it sometimes. All of it is true at the same time. The mistake is thinking you have to pick one emotion. You don't. Grief and relief are opposites. They're proof you love deeply and you're ready to live fully. So, if you're feeling relief right now and feeling guilty about the relief, let me give you the permission. You are allowed to feel relief. You gave everything for 18 to 20 years. You loved fiercely. You showed up every day. And now you're allowed to exhale. That doesn't make you a bad mother. It makes you human. If this landed for you, share it, please. Send it to a friend who's feeling guilty about the relief. Subscribe if you're navigating your third act. And comment, what's one thing you're relieved about now that your kids are gone? I'll go first. I'm relieved I don't have to coordinate schedules anymore. Your turn. And remember, relief and love coexist.